Pistis Sophia, the Gnostic text that redefines salvation. Jesus is on the Mount of Olives with his disciples after his resurrection, and after some time, amid thunder and lightning, he is taken up into the heavens in an intense, blinding light. It is reiterated that his glorious ascension to the heavens occurred on the date of the full moon of Tibet, that is, the full moon of May, known as the most favorable period of the year for inner contacts and esoteric initiations. After 30 hours, Jesus returns, wrapped in 3 garments of light, with a more intense glow than when he had ascended. In apparent confirmation of the high initiation that had been conferred upon him, he addresses his disciples, announcing that, "From this day forward I will speak to you openly, from the beginning of truth to its end, and I will speak face to face without using parables. From this time forward I will hide nothing from you of the mystery of the height and of the place of truth. For authority has been given to me through the ineffable and first mystery of all mysteries to speak to you from the beginning to the fullness, both from within outward and from without inward. Listen, therefore, that I may tell you all things. Dive into the profound and mystical world of the Pistis Sophia, a 2nd century Gnostic manuscript attributed to Valentinus, discovered in the 18th century and preserved as the Codex Askewianus in the British Museum of London. This video explores Jesus' hidden teachings to his disciples, revealing the intricate structure of the spiritual universe, the soul's journey to the radiant treasuries of light, and the challenges posed by powerful archons, cosmic gatekeepers of divine realms. Discover the compelling narrative of Sophia, a divine aeon whose fall and redemption mirror humanity's quest for divine purpose and salvation. Learn how her story reflects the struggles of the human soul and the transformative power of divine grace. Witness Mary Magdalene's pivotal role as a voice of wisdom, showcasing her spiritual insight and challenging traditional narratives about her place among the disciples. Uncover the sacred rituals, secret names, and spiritual practices Jesus imparted for liberation and ascension, designed to help souls overcome materialism, ignorance, and fear. From cosmic battles against archons to the celestial judgment of souls, this video delves into the esoteric knowledge of Pistis Sophia that continues to inspire spiritual seekers today, the structure of the spiritual universe. In the Pistis Sophia, Jesus revealed to his disciples the intricate design of the cosmos, emphasizing the interconnectedness of all realms. He described the Treasuries of Light, the ultimate destination for purified souls, as places of unparalleled beauty and divine harmony. These treasuries are inhabited by beings that radiate pure light and act as guardians of divine knowledge. Imagine a realm where every corner glows with celestial brilliance and the air is filled with the sound of angelic hymns. The journey to the Treasuries of Light requires the soul to traverse layers of existence, each governed by powerful beings, known as archons. These spiritual rulers act as gatekeepers, challenging souls to prove their worthiness. Imagine a vast, starry expanse with towering, imposing figures guarding portals of light. Jesus explained that each human soul carries a spark of divine light, within it a fragment that longs to reunite with its source. However, this journey is fraught with challenges, as the material world often distracts and entraps the soul. Imagine a soul depicted as a small, glowing orb navigating through a labyrinth of darkness and light. To aid the soul's ascent, Jesus imparted the secret knowledge of the higher realms, including the names and functions of the archons. These sacred names hold the power to unlock barriers and facilitate spiritual progress. Imagine ancient scrolls illuminated by a golden light, inscribed with divine symbols and sacred names. The redemption of Sophia, a metaphor for humanity. Central to the Pistis Sophia is the narrative of Sophia, a divine aeon who falls from grace. Her story begins with a noble intention, seeking the ultimate light. However, her journey leads her into the chaos of the lower realms, where she becomes trapped. Imagine a radiant figure descending into a swirling void, her light dimming as shadowy forces encircle her. Sophia's light mirrors the struggles of humanity, the tendency to lose sight of divine purpose in pursuit of worldly desires. Her cries for deliverance resonate as a universal plea for salvation. Imagine a desolate landscape with a lone figure kneeling, arms outstretched toward a faint light in the sky. Her redemption comes through Jesus, who responds to her cries with compassion and power. He lifts her from the depths, restoring her to her rightful place among the divine. This act demonstrates the necessity of divine intervention and grace in the process of salvation. Imagine a dramatic scene of a hand reaching down from a radiant sky to lift Sophia from the abyss. Sophia's story serves as a metaphor for the human soul's journey, a reminder that no fall is beyond the reach of divine grace. Her tale encourages reflection on personal struggles and the hope of redemption. Imagine a transformation scene where Sophia's light is fully restored, and she ascends triumphantly. Mary Magdalene's role as the voice of wisdom in the Pistis Sophia, Mary Magdalene, emerges as a pivotal figure among Jesus' disciples. Her deep understanding of the mysteries and her fearless participation in discussions set her apart. Imagine Mary sitting with a group of disciples, her face illuminated with wisdom as she speaks confidently. Mary's insights often surpass those of the male disciples, and Jesus repeatedly commends her for her wisdom. This portrayal challenges traditional narratives, highlighting her as a symbol of spiritual receptivity and intellectual prowess. Imagine a serene, contemplative Mary holding a scroll, her eyes reflecting both thoughtfulness and determination. Her role in the Pistis Sophia underscores the importance of gnosis, or spiritual knowledge, in achieving salvation. Mary's ability to grasp and articulate the teachings of Jesus serves as a reminder that spiritual wisdom transcends societal norms and expectations. Imagine a scene where Mary stands before Jesus, asking a profound question, while other disciples listen in awe. Through Mary's example, the text invites readers to reflect on the value of questioning, learning, and active engagement in spiritual growth. Imagine an ethereal depiction of Mary surrounded by symbols of knowledge such as books, light and celestial imagery, rituals and mysteries, pathways to liberation. Jesus introduced his disciples to advanced spiritual practices that served as keys to liberation. These included baptismal rites, prayers, and the invocation of sacred names. Imagine a serene river under a starlit sky, with Jesus baptizing a disciple while others watch reverently. These rituals were not merely symbolic, but held profound spiritual significance. They prepared the soul to ascend through the barriers of the archons and align with divine energies. Imagine a glowing chalice surrounded by shimmering light, symbolizing the sacredness of these rites. Jesus emphasized that these mysteries were not for the masses, but for those ready to receive them. This exclusivity underscores the importance of spiritual readiness and commitment. Imagine a scene where disciples gather in a dimly lit room, listening intently as Jesus unveils these secrets. The use of sacred names in prayers was a central theme in Jesus' teachings. These names held power over the archons and served as a means of spiritual protection. Imagine ancient symbols glowing with divine energy, radiating protection and strength, overcoming the archons and the judgment of souls. A recurring theme in the Pistis Sophia is the necessity of confronting and overcoming the archons. These entities represent forces of ignorance, materialism, and fear, which hinder the soul's progress. Imagine a dark cosmic battlefield where a radiant soul confronts shadowy figures. Jesus taught that the power to overcome the archons lies in understanding their nature and invoking the sacred mysteries. This requires courage, knowledge, and unwavering faith. Imagine a scene of a soul holding a radiant shield, deflecting the attacks of dark forces. The text also discusses the judgment of souls, where actions and spiritual readiness are weighed. This judgment determines the soul's ability to ascend to the higher realms. Imagine a celestial courtroom, with a divine figure holding scales that glow with otherworldly light. Jesus' teachings urge disciples to prepare for this judgment by aligning their lives with divine principles and pursuing spiritual knowledge. Imagine a disciple meditating in a serene, glowing environment preparing for ascension. Jesus emphasized that these mysteries were not for the masses, but for those ready to receive them. This exclusivity underscores the importance of spiritual readiness and commitment. Imagine a scene where disciples gather in a dimly lit room, listening intently as Jesus unveils these secrets. The use of sacred names in prayers was a central theme in Jesus' teachings. These names held power over the archons and served as a means of spiritual protection. Imagine ancient symbols glowing with divine energy, radiating protection and strength. These names held power over the archons and served as a means of spiritual protection. Imagine ancient symbols glowing with divine energy, radiating protection and strength. Pistis Sophia, like all sacred scripture, is a coded map that leads to the most precious treasure desired by man. If we can interpret the symbols used, we can follow the path and find the precious pearl of Gnosis, the key that admits us to the kingdom of heaven.
Thank you for joining us on this journey into the fascinating world of Pistis Sophia. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel, The Bible Was Right, for more explorations of biblical mysteries and historical insights. Don't forget to give us a like and please leave a comment sharing your thoughts and its significance. We appreciate your support and look forward to engaging with you in the comments section.